the Daimaru in Causeway Bay, Kinghua Center in Mongkok, Chi Sing in Yau Ma Tei. These were the shopping malls or stores with long years of history and the heydays in the 80s. Some of them became the landmarks of these places. People loved going there for shopping, as these stores usually sell different types of goods. However, all of them have closed, and most are turned into big chain stores. Since the start of the new millennium in the year 2000, there is a common phenomenon in Hong Kong: the serious closure of stores with long years in history. This can be attributed to two main factors: the limited supply of land and the excessive demand for land. In Hong Kong, only 20% of the land area is developed. The remaining are mountains and hills. Even though the government has reclaimed the Victoria Harbour and other places by 67 kilometers square to increase the land supply, the land utilization rate is still 7% lower than the global standard for a livable city. Since the introduction of the individual visit scheme in 2003, travelers from mainland China are allowed to visit Hong Kong. The demand for commercial land use has increased rapidly since then. For better living standard and high purchasing power in China, many Chinese can afford to purchase a lot of goods in Hong Kong. Many landowners, seeing the opportunities to gain huge profit, lease their properties to big chain stores such as jewelry shops and pharmacies at an unavoidable rate. Small local stores are driven out as they cannot afford the high monthly rent. Tanya Chen, the founding member of the Civic Party, thinks that the city is more monotonous, less warm and friendly than before, as the streets are mainly occupied by the big chain stores. Yun Xiu Fai, the Cantonese opera actor, also thinks that most of the Hong Kong citizens do not love history. They mainly focus on money. To preserve the traditional stores, the government plays a significant role. The main reason for the closure of these stores is the high land rent. The government can combat high land rent by providing incentives to landowners with enterprise conscience. This can be done by providing property tax concessions and launching a Hong Kong Outstanding Landowners Program annually, so as to encourage landowners to recognize their social responsibilities and not to raise the rent arbitrarily for maximizing their profit. Georgia and Carbondale, the state and city in the United States, have organized preservation campaigns and education. Students and the public have a better understanding of the importance of preserving heritage. The Hong Kong government should learn the experience from these two places and increase public awareness towards traditional stores. Educating teachers and students through heritage education programs, establishing advocacy organizations, and organizing public campaigns are certainly good choices. To prevent Hong Kong from being too monotonous and losing its own culture, the government should also consider cooperating with Urban Renewal Authority, who has experience in preserving the traditional stores. They can establish more old streets in different districts and convince the owners of the traditional stores to relocate their stores in these streets. This surely helps Hong Kong maintain its culture and diversity. Streets will become less monotonous and are turned into tourist spots to boost tourism in Hong Kong. Hong Kong citizens do not ignore the existence of these stores. They are valuable treasures in Hong Kong. If you don't want to let Hong Kong be dominated by the big chain stores, let's voice out your opinions and start actions. Remember, preservation of traditional stores, one of the Hong Kong wars.